You're watching Let's Chat.
Up next, as we continue on Let's Chat, we're talking about a story that actually has a whole lot of heart. It is brought to you by the Chattanooga Theatre Centre, and it is Aladdin Jr. Who better to talk about Aladdin Jr. than our friend Rodney Von Falkenberg. Rodney, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Chip. Glad to be here.
Before we get into this, Rodney, I notice you're wearing purple. Can't slide anything past me.
Always.
We'll explain that to you here a little bit later. Well, one of the things that amazes me about the Theater Center, you guys don't pick just an average, ordinary play or an average, ordinary work of art to produce. When you dump into the pool, you dump into the deep end wearing a lot of weight. Doing Aladdin Jr. at the Theater Center cannot be an easy task.
Well, you know, it's been a challenge, but it has been so much fun to put together. And this is part of our youth theater productions. And the kids, the students that are presenting the show are just so talented. And we're just so excited to do a great piece of theater for our audiences.
I do want to make this clear. This is not Aladdin. This is Aladdin Jr. So give us the executive synopsis on what Aladdin Jr. really is.
Well, it's based on the movie, the cartoon initially, and then became a Broadway show. And then the Disney folks and Music Theater International, which is the producer, created a special edition to be performed for young people and by young people. And so this is a condensed 1-hour version that has all your favorite music and stories from the Aladdin that you're very familiar with.
How is this adaptation similar to either the movie from 1992 or the hit Broadway show of 2014, 2015? What are the similarities in this?
Well, sure. And so you have all the songs that you're familiar with, like A Whole New World, and the genie is wild and crazy. We have a great actor, Darius Calloway, who's going to be so funny in that role, and that'll bring back great memories from that. You know, the big difference is we do not have a parrot. We cannot train a parrot to be on stage. So it is a young actor being Jafar, the villain's sidekick, is a young actor. So that's really the main change.
How many youngsters do you have involved in this production?
Well, we have 26 in the cast, so it's a pretty big cast. Right. It's one cast, and we have 2 student stage managers working backstage, because in our youth theater, they not only are on stage young people, but also backstage, all the technical roles be handled by young people as well.
I think that's a very important item to point out. The folks backstage that you don't see, behind the curtains, working the lights, doing the audio, these are youngsters also.
Correct. That's right. And they come from all over the area, from Chattanooga, North Georgia, and they come and been rehearsing 4 days a week, 2.5 hours a day. So they've really put their all into this production.
Before we get into the nuts and bolts of when the curtain goes up and that sort of thing, tell us again, and it does merit repeating, about the safety protocols you and the Theater Center staff are taking for the audience and for the actors.
Yeah, and we adjust them as the conditions happen. So what happens right now is that we do require masks, and we are going to check vaccination cards on everybody. We want our audiences to feel very safe and secure while they watch the show.
You don't want to have that nagging fear or that nagging suspicion in the back of your mind that just kind of detracts from the whole performance. And from what you're telling me, the dozens and dozens of folks involved in this, they justifiably so deserve your entire attention. Rodney, always good to see you, and thanks so much for joining us. All right, very quickly, the curtain goes up on Aladdin Jr. when?
On February 18th, and we run through the 27th, and you just call our box office or go to our website, theatercenter.com, to get tickets.
Rodney, good to see you as always, and the folks at IR Optical are going to be proud of you for wearing that purple. I'll wear mine tomorrow. Rodney, always a pleasure. Check it out. It is theatercenter.com. That's theatercenter.com. Need a Valentine's Day gift idea? I've got one for you straight ahead on Let's Chat.